What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nursing Diary. In today's video, I'm going to be telling y'all how I knew nursing was for me. And hopefully you meet these qualifications to know that nursing school is for you too.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
So for one, I'm going to start off and I'm going to say I always knew that I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be a surgeon, but then I realized I didn't want to go to school for that long. And so from there, I just kind of knew that I wanted to do something along the lines of caring for people. As I was growing up, I knew that I was supposed to be in the hospital. And then when I hit high school, I knew that I wanted to be a nurse. And so when I got to college, I knew that, like, okay, I have to focus, I want to be a nurse, and that's just what it was. So I'm just going to put that out there in advance. I already knew that nursing was what I wanted to do, but I always heard, like,
you really want to make sure that nursing is what you want to do, because you're going to get there and expect something and it's not going to be that.
So I really did do some diving and some research into what nursing is and what it means to be a nurse, and I kind of just aligned with everything that was. I think I'm just a people person or a people pleaser. I like to care for people. I love to make sure that everyone's just taken care of, and oftentimes I will make sure everyone is taken care of before myself. And as a nurse, that's something that you're really going to be doing in regards to all of your patients. You're really just forgetting yourself and caring for all these patients, and these patients sometimes might not even appreciate you, but when that's who you are and giving to other people is who you are, that's really how you know that this is something that you're supposed to be doing. Just for one, sacrificing a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and just your overall health to care for other people is a big sign that maybe nursing is for you. And that's how I knew that nursing was for me. I am always just down to take care of people or willing to help someone regardless of whatever it is that I got going on. And in a way that's good, and in a way that's sometimes bad. Another reason that I know that nursing is for me is because I'm not afraid of bodily fluids, urine, pee,
Poop,
sputum,
mucus,
all of the above. It just doesn't necessarily gross me out. Every nurse might have like their little thing that just like tips them over the edge, and I would say that maybe just bad poop smells might tip me over the edge. But for the most part, I'm not afraid of blood. I'm not afraid of bodily fluids. Like, it is what it is. Just bring it on. And if you have like a not so easy stomach, maybe nursing isn't for you. You're gonna see a little bit of everything. If you are one of those people who do have like a not so strong stomach or just can't stomach a lot of things, I think you can grow the tolerance to have that. But like, if you're gonna be passing out like every time that you see some blood, maybe nursing school is not for you. Another reason, I knew when I was younger that I just loved the anatomy of the body. I loved learning science. I loved learning about people and about myself and about knowing what's going on with my health or in those around me. And so that just furthermore aids the reason why I know I'm supposed to be in nursing. And even now that I'm in nursing school, I love when people come to me and say, oh, you're in nursing school, can you tell me a little bit about this? Or, oh, you're in nursing school, can you tell me a little bit about this? So I think it's pretty interesting. I always tell people, like,
I'm not a doctor, like, I'm not a nurse.
But I can tell you that just based on like what I've learned from anatomy or this and that, and knowing the human body, that maybe it has something to do with this, but maybe you should go consult your doctor. But long story short, that's another reason that I knew, like, nursing is just something that, like, I was meant to do. And I know it's something that I'm meant to do just because I prayed about it. Number one, let me start with that. I didn't even start the video with that. I'm gonna say, number one, I know that nursing is for me because this is something that I've prayed about. This is something that I've struggled with over time. This is something that I feel like if only y'all knew what it take for me just to get here in this position. I'm not even a nurse yet. Like, I'm not even there yet. But if only y'all knew what it took for me to get here. Sometimes that is enough spiritually to tell me, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. I feel it in my heart, caring for people and being just wholeheartedly willing to give myself up to make sure someone else is okay is really what it's all about for me. That's just like the main thing that's just holding me down in nursing, like grounded, like, girl, go get it, go take care of them people. You're supposed to be doing this. You are supposed to be doing this. Another reason I know that nursing is for me is because I feel like I'm able to work well under pressure. A lot of the times when it comes to doing checkoffs or whatever the case is, you can work really, really hard, learn all of everything that you're supposed to know. But in the moment when you're in it, you either know it or you don't. And as a nurse, you need to be on your toes all the time because the patient's status can change like that in the blink of an eye. So just knowing what you're supposed to know and knowing what you're supposed to be on top of and being able to work on your toes is another reason why I knew that nursing was for me. To get into the nitty-gritty of it, the real reason why I know that nursing is for me, like I said before, I struggled a lot. I prayed about it. It was something that I really wasn't sure. I almost changed my major because I thought I wasn't going to make it. I was really struggling on getting accepted into the nursing program. I had to retake some courses, and I did really, really well when I retook my courses. But the second I had to take my nursing entry exam, which is known as the TEAS test or the HESI, I ended up taking the TEAS, and that's what was recommended for my program. When I was taking this test, the first time I took it, I think they tell you need a 62 or above just on all sections to qualify to apply to nursing school. So the first time I took the test, I got a 78. And I was like, okay with that score. It wasn't well enough because advisors were telling me, well, a lot of people score 90 or above on their TEAS test, or everyone that we accept scores a 90 or above, so you really need to do better. So I knew that I had to take it again. Then I studied my butt off. I got a book. I studied it from front to back, took it again, and literally I had never experienced anxiety a day in my life. The room started spinning when I was taking the test. I was sweating. I literally could not stare at what was going on my screen. Was freaking out, and I just bombed that test. And I knew oh my God, I'm not going to get into nursing school. I did terrible on this exam. I was supposed to do better. My score wasn't terrible, but it wasn't meeting the mark, and I knew I can do better. And literally the second time I did it, I did way worse than I should have done. It was just a struggle, and I knew that I can go anywhere else to get my degree, or anywhere else would take that score, that first score that I had. But the particular program that I wanted to get in said that, okay, you need a 90 or above. And I knew there's different routes to nursing, right? You can become a CNA, you can do this, you can work your way up, you can become an LVN, you can get your RN, an associate's program or whatever, and then get your BSN. But this particular program that I wanted to be in had a particular score that I was not meeting, so I knew I had to get it together. Took it a third time. Third time I took it, I did decent, but didn't do good enough. And it was okay, all right, I don't know. And then I spoke with my advisors again. I told them my dilemma, what's going on. They said, well, you shouldn't even take it a fourth time because we're not going to accept if you take it more than 3 times. And so I was oh, okay, great. I'm screwed. I'm not going to get into the program. It's just over. It's done. That's it. Maybe I should become a teacher. I don't know. So then I really had to pray on it. I was about to apply to another nursing school and blah, 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 blah. But my friend told me, you know what, girl? You're trying to control the situation right now because it's not going well with one school. You're trying to change it so you can get accepted into another because you know they're going to take your scores and blah, 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 blah. You're really not reaching for the height that you want to be at. Just keep going, just pray on it and meditate. And then when you meditate and when you pray, don't make a sound. Just listen to God's word. So I said, all right, I'm going to try it. But you know what? I'm going to call the other school and see if I can get in because I know they're already going to accept the score that I got. Fourth time I took it, I literally scheduled my exam months in advance. I originally thought my test was on a Saturday. I went to work that Friday, literally Friday night. I checked the little registration code again, but the date said that I had that test that Friday morning. I lost it. I literally stared at the thing and I was so I was supposed to take my test this morning? I literally missed my nursing exam. If I missed that exam, I would have had to wait a whole nother semester just to get in the program. I was bawling my eyes out. I was crying. I said, it's not going to happen. My exam was today. How did I miss this? On all my calendars, I put it that it was on Saturday. How the heck did I miss this? Seriously, how did I miss this? It was just crazy. I went Saturday morning, woke up, ended up going to take my exam. I got to the front of the line, and obviously my name wasn't on the paper because my test was the day before. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't see my name. She was like, well, do you have your confirmation code? I showed her. She was like, well, it looks like your test was yesterday. You need to go speak with like the nursing advisor or something like that, the head of nursing. So I went over to the front and she was like, well, you know, it is Saturday morning and it's like 7:50 a.m. I'm not sure if he'll be awake, but let's see if we can call him or email him. You can go ahead and shoot him an email. So there was really no luck. I walked outside the testing room. I sat there and I literally was going to just go to my car and leave. But I sat there for maybe a good 5 minutes. I sent him an email and I was like, well, I guess I'll just wait here for another couple minutes. She walked back out and walked straight, like right past me to her office, didn't say a word. Then she walked right back to right back to the testing room, didn't say a word. She closed the door. And I was literally about to go. She walked out of the testing room and said, well, you know what? I have his number. How about I just call him right now? I was like, okay, like that would be great. I'd really appreciate that. She ended up calling him and she was like, oh, he said you can go ahead and come in and take the test. You're so lucky. There's one more seat available for you to take the test. And I literally, at that moment, almost cried because I was like, you can't tell me that God ain't real, for one, because this, like, literally everything was just working at my odds, and I just knew that maybe nursing isn't for me. Maybe I should try to get into another program. Maybe this just isn't, it's just not it. But there was one more test, testing seat left. She let me in and I passed that test with just flying colors. And they also, the nursing program also took my 4th exam grade, which they said they wouldn't, and they did. And I got into nursing school and I had a 3.8 GPA and it was just beautiful. And even from there, when I got accepted and even when I went to my first nursing school orientation, I just kind of knew, and that was confirmation for me that I know this is something that I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this is not easy for me. Like, and I'm sure it's not easy for anyone that's in nursing school, but that was confirmation for me. And I knew, like, I'm supposed to be here. This is something I'm supposed to be doing. It's not going to be easy. You're going to cry. You're going to sweat. You're going to blood and tears, all of that. It's going to be all of that. But everything that you're doing to get there is all for a meaning. It's all for a purpose. You're here to change lives. You're here to help people. You're here to make them better. You're here to care for them. And that's the goal. And that's how I knew, and it just confirmed everything that I already knew beforehand, that I was supposed to be a nurse. And I'm so ready for it, and that's all I've got to say about that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bar so you can get notified every time I drop a video, which is going to be every Sunday now. So don't forget to check my channel every Sunday for new videos posted. And I'm so glad that y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead and comment down below why you knew nursing school was for you, or if you're in pre-nursing or whatever it is. Comment down below if you enjoyed the video, what you think. Don't forget to always be kind, always love others, and always go out and try your best. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.